Stop what you are doing. Be still. I am speaking to you now, not through thunder or flames, not through visions or dreams, but through these words set before you. This is not a coincidence. This is not another moment in passing. This is an intervention from heaven. I have interrupted your steps because your next ones matter more than you know. I have come to redirect, not because I am angry, but because I love you too deeply to let you keep walking toward what will break your spirit and steal your purpose. I am trying to save you from a big tragedy. You have no idea what I have been shielding you from. You have not seen the deep crevices your path was leading to, the silent traps laid before you by the enemy, nor the unseen tears your future self would cry if I had not stepped in today. But I have seen it all. I have seen what you cannot. I have seen how the choices that feel harmless now will ripple into storms that you never intended to face. I have seen the sorrow waiting on the other side of your disobedience. That is why I speak now, not to condemn, but to rescue. You may not even realize how close you are to devastation. You may think you're managing, that things are stable, that you can afford to delay, to ignore, to pretend, but I am telling you that illusion is mercy giving you time, and that mercy is speaking now with urgency. I have sent gentle whispers before. I have nudged your heart. I have tried to stir you awake in dreams, through conversations, through scriptures, through your own unease. But you bright it off. You told yourself you'd deal with it later. But beloved, there is no more room for later. What's approaching demands your full attention now. I am not trying to scare you. I am trying to protect you. There is a tragedy that wants to write itself into your story, but I am standing in the gap. I am placing myself between you and that darkness. I am saying, not this one, not my child, but I will not force your hand. I have given you the gift of choice, and I honor it even when it breaks my heart. I want you to know what is at stake, not to overwhelm you, but to open your eyes. I want you to understand that the danger you feel is not imagined. That tightness in your chest, that heaviness in your mind, that stirring in your spirit, it is me, pulling you back from the edge. You are not crazy. You are being warned. You are being loved. You are being protected. You've made compromises, small ones that you convinced yourself didn't matter. You've allowed people into your space that were never sent by me. You've ignored red flags because you were tired of being alone. You've chosen comfort over conviction, routine over revelation, and safety over surrender. But I see where this road ends, and it is not the promise I spoke over you. The tragedy I'm trying to save you from isn't just external. It's the slow death of your soul, the dimming of your light, the erosion of your identity. It is the deep weariness that would come from living a life that looks good on the outside but is decaying on the inside. It is the heartbreak of waking up one day and realizing you drifted so far you don't recognize yourself anymore. But it is not too late. That is why I have come. I am not here to punish. I am here to redirect. I am not asking for perfection. I'm asking for your heart. Let me have it fully, without hiding, without excuses, without conditions. Surrender is not weakness. It is the door to everything you've been praying for. I am not trying to take your freedom. I am trying to give it back. You have been held hostage by things you don't even see, people who drain your soul, habits that keep you bound, lies you've believed for too long. I want to break the chains, not your spirit. I want to cleanse your wounds, not reopen them. I want to restore the fire in your eyes, the hope in your steps, the clarity in your calling. You've asked me for breakthrough, but you didn't realize it would come through breaking. Yes, some things must break. Relationships that are not of me. Addictions that numb instead of heal. Perspectives that limit instead of liberate. I know it feels like loss, but it is deliverance. I know it feels like death, but it is resurrection. Let me do the surgery. Let me remove what had been poisoning your joy and planting fear in your soil. Let me rebuild you from the inside out. I promise you, what you lose will never compare to what I will restore. You are my child. I have counted your tears. I have heard the silent cries that never passed your lips. I have felt the ache you hide from others. You've been strong for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like to simply be held. So let me hold you. Let me carry you out of danger. Let me lead you into the future I wrote for you, one of peace, joy, and purpose. The tragedy you're headed toward is not your fate. It is your enemy's desire. But my desire is to save, to redeem, to restore. I want you to live, not just survive, but truly live. You are standing at the fork in the road. One way will lead you to a familiar place of cycles, confusion, and eventual collapse. The other way may look unfamiliar, even frightening, but it is the path I am walking with you. Trust the path I lead. Trust the voice speaking now. You have asked for signs, and this is one of them. You have pleaded for clarity, and I am giving it. Do not delay. Do not harden your heart. Say yes. Say yes to me. Say yes to life. Say yes to healing. Now pause. Breathe. Feel my presence. This is not just a message. It is an encounter. You are not alone in this moment. Heaven is leaning close. Angels are dispatched. My spirit is moving in your space, shifting the very air you breathe. Receive this. Respond to this. Don't wait until the tragedy comes knocking to remember what I tried to tell you now. I am trying to save you. Let me. My child, for I am not done speaking. My voice is not one of fear but of deliverance. My words are life, and every syllable I speak carries the weight of eternity pressing into this moment just for you. I do not speak to shame you. I speak to awaken you, to rescue you from a future that is not aligned with the promise I made over your life. I am trying to save you from a tragedy that has not yet arrived, but it grows closer with each compromise. Each moment you delay what your heart already knows must change. There are people you have surrounded yourself with who cannot walk with you into your future. I know that is hard to hear. I know what it costs to walk away from those who once made you feel seen. But I see what you don't. I see how some of them drain your spirit, how they feed your insecurities, how they draw you away from me. Some of them speak your language but do not carry my spirit. Some say they love you, but they do not know how to love like I do, purely, sacrificially, without hidden motives. If you stay tied to those I did not send, the tragedy will be slow and subtle, but sure. It will be the kind of tragedy where your fire dies out not in one storm, but in 100 small disappointments. I am calling you to rise. There are choices you keep making, patterns you keep repeating, thoughts you allow to camp in your mind like uninvited guests. You say, "It's not that serious," but I tell you now it is. The enemy doesn't need to destroy you with one blow. He will settle for your slow disconnection. He will rejoice each time you numb yourself instead of bringing your pain to me. He will win each time you choose convenience over calling. But not today. Not while I'm speaking. Not while I'm reaching. I am shaking you awake with the tenderness of a father who refuses to give up on his child. You've tried to fix it yourself. You've told yourself that you'll change when you're stronger, when life calms down, when others finally support you. But hear me, you don't need to wait for a better season to make a different choice. You don't need to be perfect to be obedient. You just need to be willing. Willing to take one step. Willing to say one yes. Willing to believe that I can carry you when you feel too weak to walk. This moment, right now, could be the moment everything changes. Not because you forced it, but because you surrendered. I have seen the battles in your mind, the ones that no one else knows about. The guilt you carry. The shame that haunts you. The voices that tell you you're too far gone. But I am silencing those voices now. My voice is greater. My love is louder. My mercy runs deeper than every mistake you've ever made. I didn't choose you because you were perfect. I chose you because you are mine. Nothing can change that. No failure, no fall, no fear. I have walked with you through fire, and I am walking with you still. You've cried in silence, but I caught every tear. You've whispered, "God, help me," in the dark, and I never once turned away. My child, you are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not beyond reach. You are exactly where I can redeem everything. The path you are on does not have to end in tragedy. I have made a way of escape, a way into peace, into purpose, into the fullness of life I intended when I knit you together in your mother's womb. I want to restore the years you lost in pain, the energy you spent trying to prove your worth, the dreams you buried under disappointment. I want to bring you back to the purity of your calling, the joy of your first love, the strength that rises not from striving but from resting in me. But to walk with me, you must let go. Let go of the illusions. Let go of the lie that you have to hold everything together. Let go of the idea that surrender is weakness. In my hands, surrender is strength. It is the gateway to miracles. It is how tragedies are turned into testimonies. And this moment of decision is sacred. I am right here. Not distant. Not disinterested. But right here. My spirit is hovering, ready to lead you out. You don't need to know every step. Just trust me with the next one. Say yes. Not to religion. Not to performance. But to relationship. Say yes to the rescue I am offering. Say yes to the love that does not flinch at your past. Say yes to the future that's been waiting for your obedience. I will not stop trying to save you. But oh, how I long for this to be the day you let me. This is not just another message. This is a lifeline. And I am the one holding it out to you now, with nail-scarred hands and a heart that beats wildly for your return. My beloved, because the words I am speaking next are soaked in the urgency of eternity. I have seen what waits on the road ahead, the heartbreak that would crush your spirit, the loss that would shake your foundations, the deception that would pull you so far from truth you wouldn't even recognize your own reflection. But I am standing here, in between you and that destruction, calling out with a voice that cuts through time and space. I am saying, stop. Turn around. Let me lead you another way. I know there's a part of you that still feels unsure. I know there's fear in letting go. What will you become without the things you've held on to so long? Who will you be if you surrender the false strength you've clung to? My child, you will be free. You will be whole. You will be healed in places you've forgotten were broken. The tragedy I am saving you from is not only outside of you, it's inside. It's the slow erosion of your hope, the gradual erosion of your joy, the quiet hardening of your heart that convinces you not to expect anything more than what you've already seen. But I am not the God of survival, I am the God of resurrection. I did not call you to simply endure. I called you to overcome. I created you not for barely getting by, but for thriving in the land of the living. I have stored up blessings for you that have been delayed, not denied. Delayed because you weren't ready to carry them without being crushed. Delayed because I was preparing your heart to receive, not to waste. Delayed because I knew the weight of what I'm about to give you would require the strength you're only now starting to discover. The tragedy I'm saving you from is a life lived beneath your calling, a destiny left unopened, a legacy cut short by fear. But I have not let go of my plan. I have not rewritten your story to exclude the glory I intended. I am still willing to build beauty from the rubble. I am still ready to restore what was broken. And I do not need perfect conditions, I only need your surrender. Not your perfection, not your performance. Just your surrender. It is all I have ever needed. A heart turned toward me. A soul willing to say, I can't do this without you. I want to redeem every dark season. I want to use the very pain you thought would kill you to become the soil from which your greatest growth will rise. I want to fill your life with light so tangible that others will look at you and see proof that I am real. But I need you to choose it. I will not force you. Love does not control. Love invites. And I am inviting you one more time with tears in my voice and fire in my eyes. Please come back. Come back before what you're heading toward steals the parts of you that still believe in restoration. The people around you may not understand this decision. Some will call you foolish. Others will tell you it's too late. But they are not your maker. They do not see the blueprint of your soul. I do. And I am telling you, you are still on time for the miracle. You have not missed your moment. You are not too damaged to begin again. You are standing at the place where all things can be made new, not because you've earned it, but because I'm offering it. Don't walk away again. Don't put this off another day. This is not just another message. This is the voice of your Father calling you home. This is the voice that formed the stars, now forming a rescue plan just for you. Let this be the day everything shifts. Let this be the moment heaven rejoices, because when your heart finally turned and said, "Yes, God, I'm ready." I have so much more to pour into you, truth that will uproot lies, peace that will silence chaos, and clarity that will cut through your confusion like morning light chasing away the fog. You have heard many voices. You have listened to fear, to doubt, to the whisper of old wounds that still echo in your soul. But now hear mine. It is not the loudest, but it is the truest. It does not push, it invites. It does not shame, it restores. It does not abandon, it stays. And it stays even now. I see the wrestling inside you. I see how torn you feel. Part of you wants to run straight into my arms and never look back. Another part wants to hesitate, wants to think it through. Weigh the options. Protect yourself from disappointment. But my child, how much longer will you delay your healing? How many more days will you let fear keep you shackled when I have already broken the lock? You are free, but you have to choose to walk like it. You are loved, but you have to let yourself receive it. You are safe, but you have to let me show you. The enemy wants you distracted. He wants you stuck in cycles, too busy to notice your soul is starving. He wants you tired enough to settle, afraid enough to hold back, wounded enough to believe you're not worth more. But he's a liar, and I am the truth. And I'm telling you now, you are not what happened to you. You are not the mistake you made. You are not the name they called you. You are not the silence that followed your prayers. You are mine. And I have always seen you as worthy of love, worthy of rescue, worthy of more than just surviving. I am not discouraged by your struggle. I am not disappointed in your doubts. I understand the war within you. I see the tears you cried when no one else knew you were breaking. I see the strength it took to keep going when everything in you wanted to give up. And I want you to know none of that was wasted. I have stored every tear. I have counted every breath. And now, I am redeeming every moment. I am weaving every broken thread into a tapestry of beauty that only I could create. Do you not see it? What you thought disqualified you has actually become the platform I will use to reveal my power through you. But time is pressing. There are doors about to close and others that are preparing to open, but they cannot open while you are still clutching the weight of what I've asked you to release. You must let go. Let go of the bitterness, the self-hate, the pride, the fear. Let go of the version of yourself you had to become just to survive. It got you here, but it cannot take you further. I want to introduce you to the you I originally created. The you who walks in peace. The you who leads with compassion. The you who isn't afraid to be fully seen because you are fully known and fully loved. This is a moment of divine alignment, a holy turning point. You may not feel the weight of it now, but in time you will look back and see this was the moment everything changed. Not because your circumstances shifted instantly, but because you finally said yes. Yes to my timing. Yes to my healing. Yes to the life I dreamed for you before time began. You were always meant for more. More than pain. More than surviving. More than playing small to keep others comfortable. More than bending yourself to fit into spaces that do not honor who I created you to be. So come. Come just as you are. Bring your mess, your questions, your shame, your past. I can handle it all. There is nothing you can show me that will make me flinch. I already saw it. I already died for it. And I already forgave it. What I want now is your heart. Soft. Honest. Open. And if you give it to me, I will not break it. I will not abuse it. I will hold it gently and breathe life back into it until it beats strong again, not with fear, but with faith. Not with despair, but with hope. Comment, my soul loves you. Jesus, if he lives in your heart, share this video with 3 people now.